Dear Jacob, it's Mom, or, as you sometimes call me when you're being silly, Heather Lamb. This letter is about your mom who died, your darling Nana. No matter what, her great love for you will always be there in your heart, guiding you and giving you strength.
This is the Vorderbruggen house, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the Vorderbruggen.
Okay, we have Christopher and Adrianna. That must be Adrianna.
I first saw her in the gym. I noticed her, and I kind of kept seeing her when my unit was there doing PT in the morning. When I walked in the room, like, it was full of people working out, but I only saw her. But I actually saw her then at a club in Seattle. I recognized her. I told my friend that I was there with, oh my gosh, this woman that I've really been wanting to meet from the base. I see her out there on the dance floor, and I went over and said hi, and we just talked the rest of the evening. You know, I must have gotten her phone number. I don't really remember. The next day, I remember going to see some friends and telling them that I'd met, someone I really wanted to meet. And my friend was really worried for me, especially because Adrianna was an OSI agent. She was afraid that it was some kind of sting, or she might not be actually who she seemed to be. I sent Adrianna an email, and I said, I think we should just hang out at the base. When she learned why I'd been scared and why I'd sent her that email, she sent me some guidance that she used. OSI at that time did not launch investigations against people to kick them out.
I have come here today to discuss a difficult challenge. I believe the policy I am announcing today represents a real step forward, but I know it will raise concerns.
The idea with Don't Ask, Don't Tell was you can now serve as a gay person as long as you don't tell anyone you're gay, you don't engage in any homosexual acts, so you don't have sex, and you don't marry someone of the same sex.
Improper conduct on or off base should remain grounds for discharge, but we will proceed with an even hand.
A lot of people continued to be kicked out who didn't want to be.
Under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, if you say you're gay, it charges you with immoral behavior or immorality just for claiming who you are.
There wasn't really a question of if one of us was going to get out, who it would be. She really loved what she did. And I really loved that I could support her doing that. After I got out and I started to move around with her, even just going to Walmart or going to the dog park, we ran into people that knew her from work. So we would just walk around we're friends. It was always this dark cloud hanging, I feel like, over our heads. What gave me the courage, I think, just love. I was really in love. And she was an amazing person.
So this morning, I am proud to sign a law that will bring an end to Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
The way the law was written, though, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, it wasn't going to actually be repealed. It was still going to be the law for a whole year. So we still didn't say anything. Adrianna didn't tell her coworkers that she was having a baby. She actually just ended up taking 2 weeks off. And she didn't say why.
就是静明笑。
When we got married, it was just us and my sister and our officiant.
We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the work and the beauty of love, and to cherish the words that shall unite Heather and Adrianna.
I mean, I never wanted a big wedding. I don't think she ever wanted a big wedding. Like a lot of little girls dream about like the dress and all the stuff that's gonna go along with it, and I didn't care about any of that. Just finally being able to marry her.
Thank you.
I remember when we were driving, it was, you know, me and Adrianna in front and Jacob and our dog Hannah in back. And I just thought, like, in this car, this is all I need. Like, I don't need anything else. Everyone that I love. It just seems so simple.
Our commitment to Afghanistan and its people endures. Our forces therefore remain engaged in two narrow but critical missions: training Afghan forces and supporting counterterrorism operations against the remnants of al-Qaeda. To our men and women in uniform, I believe this mission is vital to our national security interests in preventing terrorist attacks against our citizens and our nation.
I think she was excited about her deployment. It was going to be a challenge. She was the commander of her detachment there. I'm sure she had mixed feelings, you know, about leaving us, but also going to do something that was kind of like what she'd prepared for a long time. What OSI does when they're in a theater like that, they're basically collecting information and building relationships with people in the community to understand threats to the base. So their job was to keep Bagram Air Base safe.
The roar of F-15s and other Air Force planes is a near constant at Bagram Airfield.
Where there are hundreds of combat flights a day, 75 cargo flights a day, 1,000 passengers, making this one of the busiest and one of the loudest airports in the world.
I think we were both a little worried that he would like maybe forget her while she was gone because he was so little. And I just remember like I had my camera out all the time, taking pictures and videos of them.
It's their turn. You're always pretty good.
And I'm just really glad that I had those later. Because, you know, it wasn't just a year that he needed to remember from those. Before Jacobs would go to pre-K and before I'd start work, she would call us on, like, you know, FaceTime or whatever it was that we were using. And I'd set up on the video call, I'd set my phone in front of Jacob, and they would just talk pretty much every day. It was the beginning of winter break for him, so he didn't have school, and he went with my mom to the Academy of Science. And that morning, she didn't call, and I didn't think too much of it.
Well, it's always a tough day when there is news of fatalities among American soldiers who continue.
I was working from home, and I heard someone knocking on the door really loud, like unusually loud, and I started walking down the hall to answer the door, and I just decided before I got to the door, I'm not going to answer it.
It happened near Bagram Airfield outside Kabul when a suicide bomber drove a motorcycle into a joint U.S.-Afghan foot patrol.
Then they started ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door really hard again, and so then I thought, well, maybe something's wrong. I should go see.
Well, we're learning more about the 6 Americans killed during a suicide bomb attack in Afghanistan on Monday.
A suicide bomber on a motorcycle packed with explosive rammed into a joint NATO-Afghan patrol.
You know, the major takes out this letter, and they read you the letter to say that Adrianna had died.
Adrianna Vordenbruggen is one of 6 U.S. service members killed yesterday in Afghanistan.
And then when they left, I was able to just like relax finally and just cry. Like, it's very hard to explain like all of the things that were going through my head. I mean, just trying to absorb that she was gone and what that meant to us, what it was going to mean to Jacob. Everything that you kind of think is going to be your future, like, suddenly is not. When they walked in, I just asked them to come sit down with me, and I told them that, something bad had happened. Jacob understood. He understood right away, and I think he just started crying when I said that. And I remember Jacob asked, "Who's gonna take care of me?" And I said, "I'm gonna take care of you." And then everything after that just happens very fast. So it just got really busy making arrangements to travel and meet the remains. I thought Jacob would come, like he and I would both go down. But that morning when he woke up, he actually had a fever. He was burning up, but I think it was just from the stress from hearing that she died.
For over 150 years, our nation has honored her fallen patriots here at Arlington National Cemetery. Each one served so that our nation might always be free. In life, he honored the flag. In death, the flag shall honor him. Adrianna honored that flag. And today, the symbol of our great nation honors her faithful service. Today, this flag honors Adrianna Maria Vordenbruggen, Major, United States Air Force.
And it's time to end the forever war. May God protect our troops. May God bless all those families who lost someone in this endeavor.
For almost 20 years, Bagram Air Base stood as the symbol of American military might in Afghanistan. And the exit of U.S. forces effectively brings an end to America's forever war.
I just saw that her unit at Bagram Air Base was decommissioned, like they shut down. To know that all of that work, like all of the people that died, Adrianna, and all the people that worked with them are coming home, and that all of that work is now part of history. Like, it's hard, it's sad, I am very glad that everyone is home and everyone is safe. I wish everyone had come home much, much earlier. I would sometimes imagine Nana and me together as two little old ladies, long after you were grown up and had moved out to live your own life as an adult. I would imagine you coming back to visit us as a grown man. It's hard for me to say goodbye to the part of that dream where Nana is there with me by my side as we grow old together. It's even harder for me to accept that someone who loved life so much and was so happy had to come to the end of her life while she still had so much left to do and to give. But even though it's hard, I know that the important thing to do right now is to be thankful for the time Nana had in life and to be thankful for the time we had with her. Nana taught me a lot, and she taught you a lot. She gave us so much love while she could. We can continue to learn from the memory of who she was. The things she taught us will stay with us forever. We will always be able to do better in our lives by asking ourselves what Nana would have done and what Nana would have wanted us to do. She would want us to be strong, to reach for our dreams, to challenge ourselves in positive ways, and to be kind to each other. She would want us to love, laugh, and live each day to the fullest. Love, Mom.
What? You my finger.